Hello, good morning to all. So, by this session, I would like to share the subject which is called as an Internet of Things of the topic which is IoT protocols here. Before getting into the IoT protocols, let me remember the point what is meant by the Internet of Things. So, it's a connection of a large number of sensing devices that is interconnected with one another and can able to get connected with computing device. At last the data has to get reached with the data center for further processing, analyzing, and to make decision over there. So in this case a protocols may plays a major role. So it is to define the structure of the networks, basically how data is to be get transmitted. So it is a defined set of rules to frame the complete structure of the network being established. So next we have to move to the concept which is the overview of the protocol standardization for IoT. So at the right time, when the number of IoT devices is continuously increasing, the cases of distributed denial of service attacks are also being witnessed at frequent intervals. So the distributed denial of service attacks, so it's a one kind of active attack. So the students have come across the subject which is called as a cryptography here. So which is a contribution of encryption and decryption mechanism. So in addition to that, it plays most important concepts of active attack as well as the passive attack. So active attack is the elimination of the connections or modification of the message over here. So the distributed denial of service attacks comes under the active mechanisms. So it's an active attack in terms of cryptography. So to overcome this, what kind of protocols has to be used to increase the security for transmitting the data from the sensing device to the gateway or to the final destination of the data center or database. So it means that it is a time when business, customers and other stakeholders should know about the IoT protocols and standards which can potentially keep the possibilities of the security breach at the base. So continuing with these same standards, the IoT communication protocols are modes of communication that protect and ensure optimum security to the data being exchanged between the connected devices. The IoT devices are typically connected to the internet by means of the Internet Protocol Network. However, devices such as Bluetooth and RFID allow IoT devices to connect locally. So in these cases, there is a difference in power, range and memory being used. Connection through IP networks are comparatively complex, requires increased memory and power from the IoT devices, while range is not a problem over there. So to make the communication more efficient and effective, a higher end sensing devices has to be get deployed and connection has to be made. So wide range of coverage of data can be done with the higher end sensing devices. So let us come to the architecture. So it is commonly divided into three platforms over here. So the first is of devices, second is of gateways, and third is a data systems. So the connect devices is a number of sensing devices. Either device may be in motion or non-motion. So with a different type of methodology, with a different type of IP, with a different type of structure. And next one is a gateway, which is a hub here, which is used to get the connection establishment with a large number of connecting devices. From there, it is to be get transmitted to the finalized storage, which is called as a data system or data center, which can adapt any kind of cloud technologies or cloud techniques to make the efficient utilization of the memory space. Next, we have to go for the device to device connectivity. So direct contact between the two smart objects when they share information instantly without intermediaries. For example, industrial robots and sensors are connected to one another directly to coordinate their actions and perform the assembly of components more efficiently. So generally, this type of connection is not yet common nowadays. So because most of the devices are not able to handle these kind of techniques. So next we have to go for the device to gateway connection establishment. So telecommunication between sensor and gateway nodes. Gateways are more powerful computing devices than sensors. They have two main functions: to consolidate the data from sensor and route it to the relevant data system, to analyze, and if some problems are found, return it back to the devices. There are various IoT gateway protocols that may better suit this or that solution depending on the gateway computing capabilities, network capacity, and reliability. The frequency of data generation and its quality is taken into the consideration. The last connection is to be get established for data transfer is from the gateway to the final destination of the data center or the database. So determine what protocol to be used. Generally, the hypertext transfer protocol is used for the security purpose to transfer the data from the gateway to the data center. So from the data center, so it may be a cloud technique, and the packets may be get accumulated over there and stored in the common platform. So the data between the systems is taken into consideration. So information transfer within the data centers or clouds. Protocol for this type of connection should be easy to deploy and integrate with the existing apps, have high quality of availability, capacity, and reliable disaster recovery. So thanks for the session. Let me move on to the next topic based on the number of layers over here.